This is really something. If someone was to tell me that this was true, I would have never believed them on the 20 years I've been on this planet. I would never expect this type of company to come out with this type of product. It's insane. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's 4 gaming consoles that's been talked about for the past few months. The PS5, the digital edition, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S. And those have just been the 4 top gaming consoles that's been talked about, and they have a really good reason for why it's being talked about, and it's 2 major companies as well in the gaming industry. This gaming console created by this certain company is really throwing a lot of people off. It's something that you wouldn't expect at all, like at all, from a company that comes and is known for making food, fast food on top of that. I'm talking about KFC's new gaming console, the KFConsole. On June 12, 2020, KFC Gaming, which is KFC's official gaming page, they posted a tweet with the hashtag #PowerYourHunger with a picture of what looked like a trash can with a light shining behind the trash can. And literally a few hours after they posted that, they posted another tweet with the same hashtag with that box that I thought was a trash can actually fully lightened, and you can actually see that this is an entire design for a game console that KFC is making. Yes, you heard that correctly. KFC is making a gaming console called the KFConsole. I didn't know KFC could actually come out with a gaming console, and truthfully, from the pictures of this thing, it looks really small and portable. I would actually think that this is actually smaller compared to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, if you want to be completely honest. And KFC's gaming is actually saying that this console will actually compete with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And we already know those are some really powerful consoles. So for KFC to come out with their first gaming console and actually claim the fact that this can compete with these newer consoles, I'm a little bit iffy about that. According to Cooler Master, this console has 4K gaming up to 240 FPS and 240 Hz. The Cooler Master is the NC100 Chias, which is supposed to drive the performance of the console to be one of the best. This is what they're saying is competing with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Asus and Seagate, which are 2 companies that are pretty noticeable in the market, they are actually helping KFC Gaming actually build this console and adding in their own little parts to the console. Asus is actually adding in their own GPU into the console, and as of now we don't know what GPU that's going to be, but all we know is that they're going to be a part of this creation. Also, Seagate is adding in 2 1GB SSD memory cards to this thing. We're talking 2 terabytes on this console. This console was supposed to be VR ready and supposed to have ray tracing already into the console as well. Now, all of these sound really nice for the console, but that's not the big thing about this. I feel like if KFC was to come out with a gaming console, they would have to compete and be unique in their own way. The KFC's console is actually, and I cannot make this up, it actually comes with a built-in chicken warmer. So the idea is when you're playing a game and you're eating like a piece of chicken from KFC, if it gets cold, if you're like playing a game where you can't pause, you can essentially put the chicken inside of the console and it'll keep it warm enough so when you're done playing what you are playing, you can take it out and eat it hot. Literally, this is what they're saying. You can actually eat it hot. It's not supposed to be like super hot like a microwave hot, but still warm enough to the fact that it's not even like cold, or it's still some heat on the chicken. What? This isn't something that I personally would be into because I don't really eat a lot of like KFC chicken or anything of that sort. But the idea to help a gamer eat and also play the game at the same time, I do kind of like the concept there, and this is the first console to ever do something like this. So with KFC doing this, of course we have a couple of questions, and one of my very first questions would be, what games are going to be compatible with this new KFConsole? There's really only about like 4 gaming companies that I know developers work with to make their games. Of course, there's like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and like PC gaming. I don't know what KFC, what disc they would take, or if they would have their games downloaded, or if they can even get the newer games like Call of Duty and Minecraft and Fortnite, all of those games. I wonder how they would implement that into adding in their console, because we still don't know that at all. Another thing that would probably be a question about this console is, how hot can it warm the chicken while also not overheating itself? If you know electronics, you know that they can't overheat, because if they overheat, then it could potentially be the end of a console. I kind of wonder how KFC would actually do this to still keep chicken warm and still be able to play at a smooth 240 FPS and 240 Hertz. That'd be a really cool thing to see. I'm actually into getting this console if this is all true, because right now they are saying that it's true and they tweeted that it was true, but we don't know officially if it's true or not. It sounds good on paper. I like the concept, it's unique, it's different. I'm just really curious on how the games would be, what games you can play with it, and if this thing overheats as much. Another question that probably might come up is how much this thing will cost. As of right now, KFC Gaming has not set a price for this thing yet. They just said that it's coming and it's a real thing. Out of my 20 years of living on this planet, you're probably seeing this when I'm turning 21, but I've never ever seen a console like this. The uniqueness and the design and the thought about this console really has me on edge, and I really do want it. And if it is true, I'm definitely going to get it and basically do a review for you guys. Okay, that wraps up for this video. This is really just an informational video talking about this console. Leave in the comments what you guys' thoughts are about the KFC Gaming. I'm definitely going to be replying to them. I'm actually kind of curious to see what the public actually thinks about this, because this is something that's the first. And most of the time, if something's the first, it doesn't really go as well the first time. But I won't doubt KFC. I'm kind of hyped for this console. Hope you guys are too. And I will see you guys in another video. Until then, it's been Zay11. Peace.